it seems. I'd rather see you in my dreams. And every chance you dance I'll take, if I can't see you again. I'd rather see you in my dreams. And every chance to dance I'll take, if I can't see you again. We could be listening for answers, waiting to be set free. You came across this moment, and I'm so thankful you shared it with me. We could be listening for answers, waiting to be set free. You came across this moment, and I'm so thankful you shared it with me.
Happy Wednesday, everyone. How are you all doing? And I just want to say, Nick in the chat says, this sounds like royalty-free Owl City. How dare you? How dare you? This is by World, WRLD. Didn't go with the full spelling. I love that song, man. But yeah, royalty-free Owl City. I love Owl City. But to put such a disparaging remark like that, outrageous, outrageous. How are we doing, everyone? Hope you are all doing good. I was, as always, scurrying, trying to get everything organised. This time it wasn't because of work meetings. I had a much better reason this time. I literally just was hanging out with my neighbour, who I've known for many years. We see each other from time to time, as you do with neighbours. And I don't know what it's like where you are. Are you someone that knows your neighbours well? There's different levels. There are people that like live in an area and they might see their neighbours from time to time but don't speak to them. There's others that might have the occasional conversation. There are those that like actually hang out or maybe like do things together, like local barbecues and events and things like that. And I don't know if it differs from country to country as well. I mean, I live in a suburb in the UK, and I think generally speaking, most people tend to keep to themselves. But I'm very fortunate. I live in an area that I have wonderful neighbours, and I speak to them from time to time, and I do occasionally have them over. But my neighbour Jack, he's actually moving on Friday, and we've been meaning to hang out for a very, very long time, and it finally happened. So it was great hanging out for about an hour, and of course, I showed him virtual reality. He'd never done VR before, and it's always great. But when you're trying to think of like, oh my goodness, what's the first VR game I'm going to put him in? What would people suggest? I'm curious to hear your thoughts. But anyway, had a really good conversation. And yeah, we all got very nostalgic about what it's been like growing up with all the changes in technology and things like that. But yeah, he's moving on Friday. But he'll still be in the area, so hopefully we'll stay in touch. But really, really good guy. yeah, our conversation ended talking about like old YouTube days, and you guys know I have a bit of a weird story of my background with YouTube. So yeah. Anyway, today is Wednesday, the 24th of September, 2025. It is the last Wednesday of September, and you know what that means? It means that it is time for Q&A. And it's not appeared. Why has it not appeared? What is going on? Jesus Christ. Am I literally going to have to... It's really tiny. You see this here? This is the Q&A banner right here. It's only because I replaced it again. This is not readable. Can anyone read it? If you press your head right up to the camera, can you see it? Here we go. This is better. Right. Let me... Oh my God. I can't even move it now. There we go. Okay, I can. I got this, guys. Seriously, I'm a professional. I have all this shit together. No, that's too large, right? That's not going to work. Oh my God, this is not working now. There we go. Oh, fuck, I moved it off the screen. What is going on? What is going on today? Right, let me move this. So anyway, guys, just so you know, for those that don't know, it's Q&A day. Last Wednesday of the month, it's Q&A, which means if you have a question, a topic, anything you want us to talk about, it's all over to you. I have no script. I have no topic set. All you need to do is put a Q with a period, full stop at the end. Put it in the comments, because sometimes you're asking questions like, how are you, to someone else in the chat, because you're all very, very wonderful in the chat. And you don't want that to be discussed with the wider group. That's fine. But if you have a question, start putting them in. I'll save them and I'll start going through them. You can ask me about absolutely anything. Doesn't mean I'm going to necessarily give you the answers. But yeah, ask me about absolutely anything. And I also just want to say a massive thank you to everyone, because I've started doing PSVR 2 Let's Plays again. It's wonderful to be back doing these. I do them at 10 o'clock in the morning every morning. I know it's not the most ideal time, but it does mean they are happening every weekday, except for Friday, because my light broke and I had to get it fixed. But it did get fixed, which was good. And it feels really, really good doing that again. So I just want to say a massive thank you to all. So anyway, I just want to say hello to everyone in the chat. Have you understood this? Yeah, I'm going to take it down as I look at comments. Just want to check. You good? Cool. Bill's Mafia for Life says, happy hump day. Happy hump day. I never understood that for many, many years when people said it. I was like, why is it called hump day? It's because it's the middle. Wednesday is the middle. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I guess Thursday, Friday. But what about Saturday and Sunday? But some people say Sunday is the start of the week. Are you one of those people that says Sunday is the start of the week? My calendar here has Sunday at the start of the week. I say Monday is. Monday is the start of the week. Sunday is the end, the day of rest. You rest because of the week that's happened before. Or do you start the week with rest? Maybe that's more of a positive thing. But anyway, Wednesday is definitely in the middle if Sunday is at the start. We've confirmed that. Good. Clem Fandango says, Myles, Surviving Mars, Pioneer, I assume. I mean, Surviving Mars is meant to be great. I've not played it. But Surviving Mars, Pioneer is our game. Is awesome. Thank you very much. Honestly, to everyone that has been supporting our games, I want to say a massive thank you. Surviving Mars is awesome, and I've had some really good chats with Bolvark, the developers. I know there are bugs that have been reported, and we are working to get them resolved, as well as some additional features and stuff that I'm super excited about. So if you ever have bugs, that you want to report, or features that you want to request, at Surviving Mars VR on social media. We pay attention, we log it all, honestly. So please do. Mojo says, it's him, the man, the myth, the legend, Myles Tippy Toes Dyer. I like the idea that we're at a point now where most people have no idea why I'm called Tippy Toes. I know why you say that. Canuck says, I'd rather listen to Baby Shark. It's worse. That is a very disparaging remark to use. Nick says, I live in Texas. I'm afraid to get to know my neighbours. But is that because you have like really large yards? Your homes are pretty separate? We all live in like hobbit houses here in the UK. Cute little hobbit houses, but yeah. Ian's About says, hey, you're 90 skiing. Will you be joining for the multiplayer? Single player is nowhere near as fun. Thank you for reminding me. Tuna Max got in contact with me on email, I think yesterday. It's been a bit of a blur. because there is a community multiplayer happening on Saturday, and I think it's coinciding with when I'm doing my live stream. Now, I'm doing an extra one this week on Saturday because it's a multiplayer. I want to do multiplayer. Can't remember when I've got it scheduled in on the channel. I think I've got it scheduled in for midday Pacific time, 5 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. UK time. Let me have a look here. Why is it not appearing on my my channel page? Let me have a look here. Yeah, so on Saturday, the 27th, if you have 90s extreme skiing, I am probably going to play a bit of single player to begin with, but then let's do some multiplayer because I hear that's really good fun. I'm excited to play it. So yeah, let's make this happen. Let's make this happen indeedy. Dave VR, give that man a cookie. He says, Subside. Subside was the first game I put him into. Jack was pretty impressed with it. He's actually been in a cage with a shark, and when I put him in the cage with the great white, he was like, how do I get out of this cage? And he was swimming with the shark, the great white. I couldn't do that. I mean, maybe I could now. It just freaks me out too much, man. I get too immersed. I'm like, I always, maybe I just like tricking myself with like imagining it's real, because I like the immersion. I can't leave that cage. Not intentionally. Obviously, I left the cage as a mistake. Next says, I have a hard time with first VR game to put people into on PSVR 2. Probably still Beat Saber. Beat Saber, I didn't show him. I did tell him about it. But I basically put him into Subside. I then put him into Crossfire Sierra Squad, because it's the shooting range. And he had a good time with the, like, feeling the different weapons, like how they sound and feel. He had troubles like with the grips and also like reloading. It's a bit of a complicated one when you have to do manual reloads for a first VR game. I then put him into the start of Arizona Sunshine. What happened with that, actually? I put him into Arizona Sunshine. Oh, yeah, that was it. So I put him in from the start because it has a tutorial. But he was saying that, like, the... So I just dropped one of my rings on the floor and I don't know where it is. I put him into Arizona Sunshine, but he started feeling a bit queasy, so I took him out of it. And then we went into Walkabout Mini Golf. We played like 6 holes on the tourist trap, obviously. And he was like, this is my type of game. He's sporty. I mean, he's more of a team sports guy. But yeah, he had a good time with it. And then we played around the world in 80 days. We did about 12 holes on that. And it was a good time. It was a good time. So, dude, it just every time I do that, like, it's been a long time since I've shown someone in VR for the first time, but it's an absolute joy. It really is. Q&A. It sure is. So we're going to Q and hey. You can do that all you want. I've seen a lot of hays. Don't know if there's been much queuing. And do hit the like button, people, if you haven't already. You know how this works. Everyone tested their eyes. Myles is a highly trained and experienced YouTuber with thousands of hours of experience. But doesn't it get to isn't it a bell curve? You get to a point where you start exhausting it and then you start getting worse. By the way, guys, I've still not had dinner. I had a couple of beers, which probably wasn't wise. I mean, it was wise. It was bonding with my neighbour. But I'm probably going to get one of these pizzas. Oh my god, you get a free milkshake? Oh, if you spend £25 or more. I'm just making sure this isn't, like, doxing me. Does anyone know this company? Fireway? They have an amazing new pizza. I say new, it's been there for a while now. But it's like a buffalo chicken pizza. Oh, it's not on here. See, that's how you do a menu with toppings. You actually have like really good images of the ingredients. Look at that. Has crispy onion ever looked so good at 61 calories? Oh, the Parmesan. Can you imagine if they literally just put, like, that was a slice of it? Like, one of the slices was a whole wedge of it. Buffalo mozzarella. Sun-dried tomatoes. Man, sun-dried tomatoes. One of my favourite things. And growing up, I was someone that liked tomato ketchup, tomato puree, sun-dried tomatoes. I never liked tomatoes. Now, yeah, I'll have them. Ian's About says, PSVR Game Dog, And by the way, that is a great avatar. I hope that isn't real though, because I feel sorry for a dog having to wear a headset like that. I don't think they're meant to wear them. Yeah, man. Saturday. It's happening. Right, I'm seeing the questions coming in. I'm saving them. Something about Tom Holland. Clem Fandango says, I do like having the Let's Play on whilst working. 10 a.m. is a good time. This is the thing. I always said this. When I was moving the times, it's going to be good for some people and not for others. And I've just realised tomorrow's game I do not have a game key for. So I'm going to have to buy it. Pets and stuff. How much is Pets and stuff? I guess I could swap them around. Oh, it's $11.99. Yeah, I'll buy it. I'll buy it. Let's have a look here. Mythagoras, only because I'm gonna answer yours just because you said hey as well. Who is the best on-screen Spider-Man? That is so tough. So obviously I grew up with Tobey Maguire. I think Tobey Maguire brought a really good grounded element. Andrew Garfield, I'd only seen the second movie. I'd never seen the original, The Amazing Spider-Man. Andrew Garfield definitely brings a deep empathy to his character. I think Tom Holland is great. I think Tom Holland nails Peter Parker overall the best. But I don't know, they all bring something new. Yeah. Sorry, that was a non-answer, but you're having it. State of Play. It is, for those that don't know, PlayStation is doing a State of Play in 40 minutes. So I might order some pizza on stream. Buy one signature pizza and get one free on a Tuesday. Okay, well, it's not Tuesday. I like starting and ending my week with rest. So what you do is you have a week and you say Sunday's the last day. And then you, on Sunday, say, oh, it's the start of the week. That's actually a really good mind game to play with yourself. Trick yourself to... I like to start and end my week with rest. Unless you say, Sunday morning is the end of the week. Sunday afternoon is the start. Clem says, yes, Pioneer. Sorry, I'm so far behind. What's all you heard? Oh, Surviving Mars. Sorry, I'm so behind on the chat. I'm really sorry, people. I'm about to kill some bugs in Into Black. I kept calling it Into the Black by mistake. Into Black is great, and I can't wait to start playing it with my friend in multiplayer. Nick says, no, most homes in newer areas, this is in Texas, are zero lot where you're right next to your neighbours. I prefer to wave and smile instead of hanging out with them and finding out we don't get along. That is the thing, isn't it? It is a risk. It's kind of like with family members. You can choose your friends, you don't get to choose your family. And it's the same with neighbours. I've been very, very lucky with my neighbours. Got a neighbour on this side. She's wonderful. I think I mentioned it on last week's show. She came out when I was out front, and she was really worried about me. She was like, Myles, I haven't seen you in months. I was worried something was wrong. I felt really bad, and it's just because of my time zone stuff. And then on the other side, I've got Jack, who I hung out with tonight, and he's got his other half, and they got their lovely daughter. And it was really funny because I spoke to them, and I was actually telling him about this tonight, after I'd live streamed Madison VR, the really scary game, because I was screaming so much. And I was going to knock on their door about it, and I didn't. And I sort of said to them, hey, I'm really sorry about any noise. And they're like, oh, no. We're worried about our little one making noise. I can sleep through anything, which is probably not evolutionary a good thing to have, right? I can literally sleep for anything. But yeah, it turned out they were worried more about their little one, and it was never an issue. Never an issue. Okay, lots of questions about State of Play. Okay. Callie says, are there avalanches in extreme skiing? That would worry me in VR. I mean, there is in the game Fracked. That's awesome, where you're getting chased by an avalanche. Chased? The avalanches chase? Is that what it's called? Trixie says, I've been designing digital clothes. Interesting you say that. I have been designing new merch for the merch store. I really want to show you some of the designs now, but I've actually... Do you want to see one of the designs now, or do you just want to wait until I'm wearing it on my Let's Play? Maybe I could give you a little teaser. Do you want to see this? I've designed a Halloween shirt. It's hidden on the store. I don't know if I'm going to sell it. But, you want to see this? I'll show it in a minute. I'll get through. I need to catch up with the chat. I'm so far behind. Here he is. Jack. And sorry, mate, if I'm delayed because I'm catching up. There we go. Dude, it was awesome hanging out tonight. I'm probably, as I scroll down this, realise he's been following along with the whole conversation. Salvador says, luckily my neighbour growing up owned 5 out of the 7 houses on that block, so we just became part of their family. What? They owned 5 out of the 7 houses. I do remember there was a documentary called Terms and Conditions May Apply, and it's all about, you know, anytime you sign up to anything, there's like 150 pages of something that you're never going to read. And they talked about how Mark Zuckerberg, he bought on his street all the houses around him, so he had like an extra buffer zone. I mean, I guess you have to if you're that rich. Yeah, Walkabout was fun. Yeah, we did that. It was really, really good. All right, more questions coming in. VR, see, Jack knows the terms now. VR legs. I was telling him about it. The VR legs. It's what it's about. It's what it's about, man. And now, oh god, I should get sponsored by pizza. No, that'd be a bad idea. My health would go through the floor. Nick says, and Jack, which headset are you gonna get? He's an Xbox player. We can hope that Xbox releases a headset. Although didn't Xbox release a Meta Quest headset? What did they do? Didn't Xbox release something? Wasn't it just a Meta Quest with... I can't remember. Xbox VR. Okay, they've got a section on... Okay, yeah, here we are. Xbox on VR headsets. So it is just so that, like... that was the one thing I didn't show, Jack. Is, like, watching TV. Like, this sounds weird. But when I'm flying, I'll bring my portable headset with me, because instead of looking at movies on the small screen, you can literally be in a massive auditorium watching IMAX quality. So actually playing games flat screen on VR still works good. Watching movies. Okay. Sea of Thieves. Now, what we're looking at here, right, that's not Sea of Thieves VR, right? That is a flat screen game that you're now playing in the VR space. Okay. I mean, it's cool. It's cool. What games are available to play? So, yeah, it doesn't really... I feel like it could be a bit misleading. I guess no TV or console. You just play from the headset. I mean, that's pretty cool, right? That is pretty cool. I'll order a Marmite and oyster pizza, please. I mean, my brother many years ago went to a place that did like odd pizzas. I can't remember what it was called, but like they would do like an Indian pizza. So it was like curry sauce was the base with like onion bhajis on it, or you could get a Chinese pizza which was like plum sauce with duck and spring onion on it. Kind of cool, kind of cool. I do like the buffalo chicken pizza, but I'm worried that I'm having it too much. Marmite. You either love it or you hate it. Spider-Verse. Oh yeah, that would count. That would count. Okay, I'm now reading all the This is how far behind. This is the problem with the scrolling thing. I look like I'm catching up, but it turns out I'm way behind the chat. So, Jason says, I'm here for Myles and the positive vibes. Much love to you, dude. Right, let's, I'm just saving all these questions. One of your neighbours is a hunt. As in they go, like, hunting a lot. Yeah? Oh, Mythagoras. Hell yeah. Gifted 10 Myles Dyer memberships. Thank you so much. And wait, you gifted, and because you weren't a member, you've gifted yourself. That is some 4D chess right there. So massive congrats to JTB for receiving a gift. Red Rover, the effing Game Cat. Hello and congrats. We've got Flamehat, the Game Cat. Congrats. We got Daffy Duck. Oh my god. Got royalty in here. Mark Smith, welcome. Scott, welcome. Karina, good to have you here. Classy Grandma. This is the thing, is all the people that don't type in the chat. I'm sorry I'm exposing you, but I love you all. Jay the Foveated Render Game Cat. Well done to all of you. There is a lot to read here, and you probably said that like an hour ago. But I like this, and I'm saving all your questions. Oh, it was a limited edition 3DS, so it wasn't. Yeah, you're right. It's not. Well, on their site they do have the 3. But sorry, you're saying the Xbox design one. Yeah, you're absolutely right. That was what they did. Chris says, I avoid my neighbours. Have you tried the spatial scanning app on the headset? Has that been released now? Isn't that where you can basically scan your room and upload it, right? Man, I used to be so critical of Meta, and I kind of feel like I need to hold my ground still. Oh my goodness, we were talking about this weeks ago. You found out how to make French onion soup with crispy onion instead of boiling fresh onions. Only to take a few minutes. Oh my god. Most supermarkets, well, maybe just because I go to the cheap ones. And that, no shame with that. I try and save my money. They don't do French onion soup. Maybe I need to go to Waitrose and have a look. Miles, you're so behind you don't know we've been invaded by aliens. I'm in a different time zone. Oh my god. All the shade. Lots of thanks for Pythagoras there. That's good. I didn't know you could gift yourself, so there we go. We all learned something today, so there we go. So if anyone wants to become a member, just gift people and then you might get one. And then you gift other people as well. You'll send it to me. Lots of new stuff in Horizon. Oh, I have no time. I mean, I could make some time, I guess. Nick says, I don't think getting a gift member necessarily means you're here, but I could be wrong. Is that right? Well, if anyone got a gift, a membership, and isn't here, can you just tell me now? Just tell me if you're not here, and then I know. Right, I've caught up with the chat. Thank you very, very much. So, let's go through some of these questions. Canic Tune says, have you heard about Tom Holland's concussion? How's your recovery? I didn't know how. I knew he got injured, but I didn't know how. So concussion. Concussion is not fun, guys. For those that don't know, I had a head injury many years ago, and it was a big recovery. And it's like, you know, when you're feeling like you might be feeling depressed or unwell, and it's the frustration of like inside your head, you're like, I know I'm not like this. Like, I'm normally better. Like, I hate feeling this way. I feel like I'm in a body that's not functioning. That was it with concussion. But I was like forgetting sentences midway through. It was pretty scary. But I had pretty severe concussion. That was like 10 years ago now. And I think still feel the sensation there on my head and stuff. But yeah, I didn't know that about Tom Holland. And yeah, concussion is no joke. No joke at all. Like when you hear about head trauma, I never really knew what it meant, like, but now I do, because it kind of, you do get depressed because of it and stuff. It's interesting, the knock-on effect. Patty Cakes, the Underground Stranger Game Cat, sorry, Patty Cakes _, the Underground Stranger Game Cat, asks, what games do you expect to be in the State of Play? State of Play is in 29 minutes' time, and just to let you know, because Without Parole will be hosting, this show's going to be wrapped up before the top of the hour, so it'll be a nice quick one. What games do I expect to see? There's 3 games I would definitely mention. One is the Returnal developers, spiritual successor. What is it called? Saros. Saros game. I think that this is going to be, for those that don't remember it, it was this. This was like the announcement trailer. I think that they're going to show something about this on there. I'm pretty sure of it. Returnal, I've always wanted to go back to. The game crashed on me in a horrible time. I lost my progress and I never could get back to it. So Saros. Secondly, I think Ghost of Yotei. I believe the review embargo is lifted today. Ghost of Yotei. Maybe reviews aren't out yet. I had to stop playing Ghost of Yotei after 47 hours. Is winning me back by channeling the coolest anime ever made. I never finished Ghost of Tsushima. Wait. Sorry, I had to stop playing Ghost of Tsushima after 47 hours, but Ghost of Yotei is winning me back by channeling the coolest anime ever made. That's cool. That's cool. So I think they're going to show something about Ghost of Yotei. That'll come as no surprise. And then thirdly, I think it's going to be Marvel's Wolverine. I think they're going to end the show on this. I love the misdirection they did when we were expecting a Spider-Man 2 trailer, and it said Marvel, and then it was the Wolverine thing. So I think we're gonna find something about Marvel's Wolverine trailer, because this was amazing. This was from 2021, 4 years. So I'm like, wow, have they got something to show already? But yeah, this was from 4 years ago, man. That was like the coolest reveal. So cool. So cool. So those are the 3 games I think they're going to be there. The 4th one is a massive stretch and hope, and it is that they announced that Resident Evil 9 is coming to VR. But I'm not... It's the least confident out of the last 3, if this being the 3rd one. The last 3 Resident Evil games, it's the least confident I am that it's going to have a VR mode. But I'd like to be wrong, so that's my thoughts. What do you guys think? Also, if you got raptured yesterday, let us know. Sorry, I'm just catching up again. It can be like brain fog. Brain frog as well. Yeah, because I remember when I went to the doctors a few weeks after my head injury, and they're like, concussion, it can take weeks, maybe a couple of months. And I'm like, a couple of months? Man, it took me years to recover from. So yeah. Flamehat says, yes, I was not here when I got it. Got a notification on my phone and came to check it out. Wait, Flamehat, did you get a notification on your phone that you became a member? Someone gifted you the membership. If so, that is a really cool feature. I don't think it's always been that way though, guys, but I could be mistaken. Yeah, I did a video about it. It's on YouTube. If you search Myles Dyer, My Head Hurts, I talk about it. Yeah, it was pretty wild. I remember a book that was all about protecting your brain as much as possible. I mean, I remember as a kid hearing about like every time you header a football, you lose brain cells, and like there's no doubt about it. Like, but that doesn't mean it's bad for you. But like repeatedly headering a ball, like American football is really bad. Like I always think about these videos, slow mo. I always think about these videos of like the slow-mo guys. Stuff like this. When you see stuff like this in slow-mo, so you just see a ball hit the head. Here we go. Jesus, there's a lot of build-up, man. So like that, yeah? So like you get hit on the head and you think that's absolutely fine. And then when you see the slow-mo of like what it's actually doing, look at that. So like that's the outside of the face. That like shake is going all the way through your skull, through your brain. Like, you know, that's going through every like cell in your face. Do you know what I mean? So I always think about like, look, from the impact. And then, yeah, dude. That's honestly what I think about. So when I got hit on the head by a massive, like, marble tile, like that thick, I do think about it of like, I mean, I was told I was very lucky to be alive. You should feel lucky to be alive anyway. I mean, what a gift, man. We get to hang out with each other at this point in time when the world's going to shit. We need more games that use meta avatars because we now have fancy clothes. Well, I like that the workrooms now allows you to use because you have like the costumes, but then you have the full avatars. Although I wasn't able to use Captain America. I really wanted that. Saurus might get me back to playing a pancake game. Oh man, pancakes would be so good right now. Mojo says, hello and welcome to all the new members. Happy to have you here and love to you all. There we go, all the positivity. Just to get it out of the way for every state of play, Salvador says, Bloodborne. Do you know what, though? And I'm not saying this just for the sake of it. Bloodborne is one of those titles where, look, I'm not asking for it, but I think any state of play, they could do it. Kisnell says, Yote review embargoes tomorrow. Okay, it's tomorrow. And, oh yeah, sorry, I was going to be asked about VR. No, there'll be a few VR games. Unless I've been lied to, there's nothing from our team. I don't think. It'd be cool to be on a state of play. Would you ever go to Antarctica? Yeah, I would. Is Antarctica where the penguins are, or is it the Arctic? It's Antarctica, right? Red Dead Redemption 2 enhanced for VR. Oh my god, can you imagine? Can you imagine? Do you want to see this T-shirt design, or do you want to just wait until I'm wearing it? Yeah, American football does have a massive history of it. There's that new movie called Him, isn't it? Produced by Jordan Peele that didn't get very good reviews. Don't you love being part of a species that think this is a good idea? What is a good idea? I mean, there's lots of good ideas. I'll play one of those slap videos. Do you know, I never played Fable. Just because as a kid, had a PC at home. It was very limited, but I had friends that had like better built PCs for those kind of games. You did cage fighting, man, yeah. Yeah, it's Antarctica. Yeah, I've always wanted to go to Antarctica. My parents did. They did a research vessel cruise like the last couple of years because they're retired. That's the kind of stuff you do. And the stuff I saw was just absolutely incredible. Oh my god. Sorry, I was... Johnny Lobster says, hi Miles. Ace of Thunder I've renamed Aces of Boy Called Wolf because there's going to be nothing news on it again tonight. Oh my goodness. Ryan says, I tried cage fighting once. The cage one. Okay, I'm seeing some yeses. All right, okay guys. I'm going to show it very quickly, all right? And actually I'm wearing a good jacket for this. So this is what I'm going to be wearing at Halloween, and it will be on sale, and I'll do a discount for Halloween. I don't know if anyone is going to want to wear this, but I'm very happy with the design. How's that? Do you want a better design for it? There you go. That is my Halloween shirt. I did a lot. Like I obviously just to say, and it will say it on the store. This is the first, with exception to Kangaroo Lighthouse Juice or whatever, Kangaroo Juice Lighthouse. Some of you are thinking, what the fuck am I on about? That was AI generated. This is obviously AI generated. I have done some edits myself though with it. Yeah, I've tweaked it in that, but I do have it on the site because I've got other designs that I've commissioned people to do. But for this one, and I did a lot of variations to get the penguin in there. The penguin was a very important thing I added at the end. Yeah. Miles, you are missing out massively if you have never played Fable Anniversary Edition, yeah? Yeah. Do you like the very? I was very proud of that. I just thought, like, I use that pun quite a lot. Very. Penguin was needed. Penguin was needed indeed. Yeah. Right, let me go to some of your questions. Man, time is flying by, man. Mojo says, if you ever did wake up with ocean eyes, what would you be your first reaction? My eyes are kind of oceany. They're teal. Do you know, it's amazing how many people ask what colour my eyes are. I mean, it's usually girls. They're blue and green depending on my mood. Because I think it's to do with blood flow. I think that's what changes the colour of your eyes with the I'm going to say capillaries, but yeah. State of play predictions, already given it. Let's have a look here. Do you think someone will eventually have flotation tank VR games? I know that there have been VR things that you can do on flotation tanks. They're not that common, and it is just because, I mean, I wouldn't wear my wearable watch in a flotation tank because of the half a ton of Epsom salt. When it crystallizes, it corrodes. I assume it will corrode quite a lot. But yeah, I've always wanted to experience it for sure. Oh, Callie was asking, do your neighbours ever watch your live streams? It'd be cool to say hi to them. So I know you asked this before. Jack said hi in the room. He did tell me when he left. I was showing him this room before he headed off. He was like, I'll tune in for some of it. So it was cool to see him there. I did also have other neighbours tune in during the pandemic, because during the pandemic, some of you remember, I think it was before I started doing this show, but I was doing the quizzes during the pandemic. So I'd let people know that like, every week I do a quiz just to keep everyone happy and stuff. And yeah, it was good. Can you check the time of entries on the chat? No, I can't. It doesn't do it for me. That'd be a cool feature for sure. For sure. Ocean Eyes is now a TikTok trend. Is it? Tell me about it. What is your favourite ocean? The Atlantic? Only because I fly over it so much and I want it to do right by me. By the way, people, just as a reminder, if you have any questions for me, just put them in the chat. Put a Q at the beginning. I'll make sure it's saved. But to be honest, if you ask a question now, I've caught up now. I've caught up with everything. That is true. It would be a good feature. It would be a good feature indeed. I agree with that. And just as a reminder, guys, I've got a really good show planned for next week, which is regarding guessing which logos are the right way around. Yeah. By the way, it's been really, really fun doing Let's Plays every morning, even if the games haven't been particularly great. Have you ever used Notebook LM, and do you enjoy it? What's Notebook LM? What is it? It's an AI tool, is it? Google Notebook LM. Upload PDFs, websites. Sorry, I'll put it here so you can see what I'm looking at. Upload PDFs, websites, YouTube videos. We'll summarize them. No, I haven't. This is awesome, though. Instant insights. I'm guessing you got to pay for it. Actually, I pay for Google One. I need to cancel that. That's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I to be honest, I'd never known of it. Galileo says, hey everyone. Hello to you as well. Hope you're doing good. Hope you are doing good. Miles, what is the airspeed? What is the airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow? Well, it's interesting you asked that, because I had been thinking about it a lot lately. And I mean, do you want a quick summary of what it is, or do you want like a detailed breakdown? What do you want? How would you like me to answer it? It's a good question. One I hadn't really pondered much before. Galileo says African or European. All right, Dan. I will definitely keep it. For quiz feature. That's cool. I like that. Oh, yeah. Billie Eilish did a song called Ocean Eyes. Interesting. So just to let you know, it's a Monty Python reference. But if you want the real world take of an unladen if we're going to go the European swallow, which is also known as the Hirundu rustica, it flies about 11 meters per second, which is around 24 miles per hour, 39 kilometers per hour. But the correct follow-up is, what do you mean? An African or European. Miles, I have been watching for thousands of years. How many vloggers have you kept in touch with? That's a good question. I talk to classic vloggers maybe once a month or stuff. It's usually on Instagram DMs or stuff, just checking in. I always call it passive awareness when it comes to social media. It's like when you meet people that you friends and that you're friends with online and you meet up. This is the massive switch that's happened in society. Once upon a time, you'd meet up with someone and be like, "Hey, how you doing? What have you been up to?" "Oh, hey, yeah, I've been up to this." "And what have you been up to?" Now, because of social media, you often meet up with people and go, "Hey, I see you've been doing this." And then they go, "Yeah. And I see you've been doing that." It switched it around a bit. This camera keeps going black a bit. I'm not sure why. Oh, I've been looking at loads of trends on Instagram at the moment. Loads of the interactive ones with the finger swiping. You know about that? All that stuff. It's pretty good. But yeah. It depends if they're carrying a coconut. What if they are carrying a coconut? What if they're carrying a coconut? A European swallow weighs 20 grams, whereas a coconut can weigh between 1 and 2 kilograms. That's like a human trying to fly with a small car in their backpack. Basically impossible for sustained flight. So the airspeed velocity of a swallow carrying a coconut is, scientifically speaking, 0 meters per second, because it's not getting off the ground in the first place. Popsicle says, "Miles, why does Brian live stream in his shorts?" He does? I didn't know he did that. What? On PSVR without Pro? Has he done that before? I didn't know that. I didn't know that at all. You were thinking Alex Day or Charlie or stuff. Yeah, Alex, I've not spoken to in God knows how long, because I know he got I'm gonna say he got exiled from the YouTube community around that time with Menes, and yeah, Alex I'd always got on well with from time to time, but I just found that it was I don't know, we were very amicable, but we weren't particularly close friends. We hung out from time to time. As opposed to Charlie, I haven't spoken to them in a very, very long time. And I know they have. I think they now do live streaming on Twitch, but we stopped speaking a long time ago. And that's just, that's how life is. People come, people go. And that is all right. I know you were asking just generally, but yeah. Oh. In his boxers. I see what you did there. What's a CAD? What's a CAD? Do I need to look it up? A computer-aided design software. Ah, okay. It's not an acronym. It's just a man who behaves dishonorably, especially towards women. Ace says, "Miles, propagation, so scary, bro. I was gonna put my neighbor in it tonight. I really wanted to put him in a horror game, but didn't get a chance. It is. It's great. And what I love about propagation is how Propagation Paradise is the animations. When the zombies are coming towards you and you shoot them, they sort of lunge towards you, and you can't tell if it's because they're dying or they're actually lunging towards you. Michael Aranda, excellent. He was brilliant. I mean, probably still is brilliant. Big Linkin Park fan. That's how him and I connected a lot. Yeah. Yeah, you made me want to go down memory lane and have a look at stuff. Someone actually messaged me on Twitter just the other day. They used to watch my misheard lyric videos back from like 20 years ago. How that changed and stuff like that. Cool, guys. So last chance of questions. I'm going to end this quickly, soon, in like the next few minutes, just because PlayStation State of Play is going to start at the top of the hour, and I want to give everyone a chance to head on over to Without Parole and check it out. But also, I need to order some food as well. I actually ordered food for lunch, so I feel like I might just like I could order food online, and I'm going to be paying like double if I actually leave the house and go and pick it up. Decisions, guys. Decisions. Oh, this place does a good deal, but not on the pizzas that I want. Man. Did I beat it? I did not beat Paradise Hotel, Propagation, Paradise Hotel, because when I went back to it, I had no idea where I was. So I feel like I need to start from the beginning. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? I don't actually know what the answer is to that. Seen anything good in the cinema? The last movie I went to see was Weapons. Loved it. And I do need to start watching the rest of Alien Earth. I'm only on like episode 2. And I think the finale just went out. And I've heard great things about it. So I'm excited for that. I'm waiting to sync up with my parents about it again. So, yeah. Someone's just shared on X footage of people stealing stuff from Waitrose. I've been to my local Waitrose. I don't shop there often. I just go there for the sushi counter. But in the last month, I've walked. No, do you know it's not just Waitrose? Actually, Waitrose was twice, and Tesco's store. There's been so much shoplifting. I've been surprised how much of it I've seen. It's wild. I never saw Hostel. Alien Earth is dull so far. Dude, you mean the whole season? Because it's the finale. Dude, Weapons is such a good time. I had a really good time with it. All right, everyone. Lovely. Put on Weapon in Popcorn Palace. I guess that's a Meta Horizon cinema place. Is that right? Barriers to deter shoplifting. As in what? Like they come up if people are trying to leave? Like, I don't understand. See, without background music, it's so quiet. All right, everyone. Guys, I'm going to wrap it up. I need to get some food, and you all need to head over to Without Parole to check out State of Play with Brian Paul, and I think Jammy's on there, which would be great. And Weapons did definitely end in an interesting way. That is very, very true. Alien Earth is Black Mirror meets Peter Pan with Xenomorphs. It's not good. That's interesting. Yeah, it's interesting. Some people have absolutely loved it. I know some people haven't. Enjoy your pizza. Oh, man, I need to work it out. Annoyingly, they don't do a deal on my favourite pizza, and it's £16. That's before delivery. I can't do that. Maybe I need to look at Domino's. I've not had Domino's. Guys, which one is it? I know it's different in different parts of the world. Domino's, Pizza Hut, Papa John's. Which are the three? I want to hear it. Domino's top. See, Domino's I would say top in the UK. In the US, I think it's the other way around. But yeah. Those are all nasty in Canada. What is the best place, Chaos? Domino's is overpriced. I mean, most pizza places. I mean, I heard and I don't know if there's any truth to it. It's one of those like modern day myths, but I could believe it. And it was that there were a lot of drug dealers who stopped dealing drugs and moved into running Domino's franchises because the profit margin, it's legal, obviously, but the profit margins are so huge. Because you think of like what the cost it is to make a pizza and how much they sell it for. Like pizzas at full price, a large pizza, like $15 to $20 now. It's wild. Absolutely wild. Anyway, 2 minutes to the hour. Everyone, I want to say a massive thank you for everyone tuning in. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week. Don't forget that in 12 hours time, I'm going to be live streaming a new game for Let's Play. So yeah, let me know if you're going to be there. Hit the like button before you leave. And next week, start of a new month, October. It's going to be October 1st next Wednesday, I think. Come along, because I've got a really, really fun quiz planned, and I'll try and get a guest on to do it with it. So yeah. Without further ado, going to end it there. Take good care of yourselves, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.
Thought I saw you on the road. I was chasing sunsets all alone. The darkness faded, painting goodbye big sky. Far away but dreaming of your ocean eyes. Thought I saw you on the road. I was chasing sunsets all alone. The darkness faded, painting goodbye big sky. Far away but dreaming of your ocean eyes. Thought I saw you on the road. I was chasing sunsets all alone. The darkness faded, painting goodbye big sky. Far away but dreaming of your ocean eyes.
I just realised this looks like a massive commercial for pizza places. I am not endorsed by any pizza place. It'd be nice, though. It'd be nice. It definitely would be nice. And I am starving now. Oh, man, what am I going to get? And after all this, I actually might go and get a curry from my favourite curry place. Because I know if I order from there, I'm going to be spending roughly the same amount. And I'll have enough for tonight and tomorrow. I just got paid from work. So that's why I'm feeling a bit like splashing out. Oh man, decisions. Anyway, State of Play's on. If you're a gamer, you should be watching it right now. I'm going to be watching it in a minute. Take care of yourselves, guys. Catch you soon. Bye-bye.